DF-Empress444 here to do a collective read. Decks have already been shuffled. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who supports my channel. If you're interested in a personal reading, everything you need is inside my description box. We're about to do a collective reading. Remember to use your discernment while watching this reading. Remember to flip the roles how they fit for your situation, and also remember to use your discernment. Okay? With that being said, we're going to tap into the energy of the collected. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We have Karmic Lesson. We have Queen Bee, Secure, Confident, Boss Bitch, and Career Focus. We have Married, Round and Round, Cycles, Triggers, and Lessons. Okay. Give me something for the collective. What does the collective need to hear and know? So we have the Page of Swords. We have the King of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. The Fool. Thank you, Spirit. The Ten of Swords. We have the Tower. We have the Ace of Cups. And Strength. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for stepping in, for coming in. So I'm just going to, right off the bat, tell you what I'm seeing here. So normally, Spirit will have me read certain ways. Today, Spirit is having me read the cards in a line. So, okay, Spirit. I'm called to say there was some kind of karmic lesson here, right? Something with somebody here that was very immature, okay? This would have been somebody lacked communication with you, somebody who kind of shut you off, I'm called to say. With this Ten of Swords, it was a painful ending, whatever this was, okay? I'm definitely seeing you, collective, in this Queen Bee energy, male or female, take it how it resonates for you. But just secure, confident, right? Somebody who's now focusing more on their finances, career, right? With this King of Swords energy, it's because you're now using your head over your heart, okay? You're somebody who's very truthful and honest. I feel like you were seeking clarity in the past, but I feel like you now understand that you found clarity inside of yourself, right? So that would look like you had to get honest with yourself, okay? And this has nothing to do with, yes, there was toxic people around you, right? And people doing, or even just a person doing terrible things, right? Mistreating you, cheating, lying, whatever have you for your situation. But I'm definitely seeing like you had to think, you started thinking clearly like, man, these people would have never even been in my life had I not been so naive, right? Or not, and I'm not, I'm just going to say it how Spirit shows it to me. It doesn't matter. But yes, naive. Very naive and very, you know, and the reason why I can see this is because, trust me, I've been here myself, okay? Yeah. Sometimes we need to hear a hard truth, right? I'm called to say that for someone that's going to watch me here. Sometimes it's easy to point the finger, right? Instead of thinking to yourself, you know, man, I put myself here. because we don't have to accept anything. We don't. Yes, we may choose certain things because out of fear of maybe not being able to have somewhere to live or not being able to take care of our children, or but it's still a choice. At the end of the day, it's still a choice. We choose certain things, okay? Hello there. Um so yeah, I mean, is it difficult and is life difficult sometimes? Yes, absolutely. Um but these are choices that we make. Okay. So anyway, I definitely see here there's some kind of tower, right? A sudden change. And I feel like the change happened when you decided to start being truthful and honest with yourself and thinking more clearly, I'm called to say. Now you're standing in your power. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're not allowing people to mistreat you. You're not allowing people to walk all over you. This is very good energy, okay? So, this is a new shift, okay? I definitely see something coming in here, and this could be marriage for someone. Um, if not, I'm hearing like commitments in general, right? So like even like stable friendships, things like that. The reason why this is coming in is because you have now been pouring into yourself, right? You have been mm, really tapping into your intuition, using that very well, okay? I just heard there could be a new baby for someone as well. Mm, congratulations if so. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing you giving from the overflow. Absolutely. You learned a lot of lessons. It was like repeated. Whoever I'm speaking to, this didn't happen to you just one time. This was like cycles, constant triggers and lessons. That's what life is, actually. If we really get down to the nitty gritty, right? The reason why certain things come up is because it's something that we still need to work on inside of ourselves, right? Or uh, it'll show something that we just went through and you're learning it, right? So, again, take it how it resonates for you. It depends where you're at in this read. This could be past, present, or future, okay? But I am called to say here, um, you're taking a leap of faith with this full card here, um wanting to start something new, finding new opportunities. If you haven't already taken a risk here, I feel like that is coming. Mm-hmm. And it's all because you have you're realizing you hold the power again. Like I said, in the past you could have been somebody who was possibly naive, right? I'm trying to think of another word to use for that, but let's be real. Sometimes, again, we need hard truths, right? It is being naive, right? Maybe you never were taught certain things, or maybe you weren't exposed to, you know, good people. But at the end of the day, we know who we are, right? And if we know we're a good person and you're constantly experiencing people that are not like minded, then you know something's wrong, right? I mean, it's common sense. It really is. A lot of the times we just choose to see people's potential. And so we want to give people a chance because, you know, we know what we've been through or we know the pain that we've experienced. So we excuse piss poor behavior sometimes. Okay. Um, I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're not accepting that anymore. So thank God, right? Um, you can still be compassionate. Absolutely. You can still have compassion for people, but that doesn't mean that you have to allow people to destroy you to heal them. Mm, I love that. Give me something more on this Fool and Strength. Where is the collective headed? So we have the Eight of Wands and the Judgment card. Things are getting ready to pick up really quickly here. So I am called to say, collective, if things have been going kind of slow for you, be very cautious because things are about to change very fast. I'm also getting some kind of like, excuse me, fast communication as well for someone here. Um, with this Judgment card, I'm definitely seeing forgiveness. Maybe you're about to get some kind of communication from somebody here from the past. Okay. Um, I am called to say, hmm, I'm called to say this. Okay. Yes, it's hard to forgive people who have harmed us, wronged us. Um, mm, but I am called to say that you're only hurting yourself when you hold anger and resentment towards somebody else. I know I watched this reel one time and it was very well put. And I'll probably F it up because I'm terrible with remembering exact words from like jokes or anything like that, right? And this wasn't a joke, by the way, but that was just an example for me. But the guy said anger is something that we hold on to that only hurts ourselves. We only are hurting ourselves by holding on to that anger or resentment. And that's the truth. Because the other person, once they do something wrong to you, they move on. They don't care. They're not even thinking about it anymore. Why? Because they pass that negative energy onto you. It's an energy transfer. Do you ever notice you could go into work one day, right? And say you go into work and you're like, you know what, I'm in a good mood today. And then all of a sudden, you say if you work with the public, then all of a sudden somebody comes in and they're angry and aggressive. And you have to deal with that person. Yes, you may still try to stay positive, but it puts a little bit of a damper on you, right? And you'll feel that. You'll feel that energy shift. And then all of a sudden, maybe your boss later on will expect you to do something extra that you really don't have time for. And then all of a sudden, someone else, maybe another coworker is like, "Oh man, I'm tired. I'm sick of this job. I want to go home." All these people coming at you in all these different ways with this negative energy. And then by a couple hours in, you're like, "I hate this job. I don't want to be here anymore." Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm giving an example. This is what people do. But I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're learning to not ingest that. You don't have to eat what people serve you. We don't always have to accept what other people are doing and whatever energy people are coming to us in. And you can walk away as well, even from that dead end job. I'm going to say that for someone. Okay. Knight of Cups. I definitely see somebody coming back here, okay, wanting to communicate with you. So you're going to have to use your head over your heart, right? And I'm definitely seeing that this may be hard because this could be somebody who's like a romancer, right? This is somebody that you had um, a mutual attraction to. I'm definitely called to say that too. Um, but this person's not coming in pure. I'm called to say they're still wearing like a suit of armor. This person's still being kind of like very protective. I don't see this person. I'm also seeing too like hiding their emotions. Mm-hmm. This would definitely be somebody who definitely have feelings for you as well. I am called to say this. Um, but I feel like they show up in oh, I'm definitely getting like user type energy. Okay, so just be aware. Yeah, death. I feel like you're gonna end this situation here because you're transforming. You're transition transitioning into something new, something whole, something healthy. I'm hearing. Um, you're going through a metamorphosis for sure. Wanting a new cycle again with this round and round. I don't feel like you want to keep repeating this cycle that keeps happening. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. See, people want to come towards you because you're very nurturing. I'm definitely getting you're somebody who has experienced some things, right? You could have possibly been through a lot. Mm. And I feel like you may have suffered financially too in some way because of this person. Give me something more on that. Four of Wands. Yeah, it's almost like this person, whoever they are, they see some kind of opportunity with you. So be very careful, collective. Mm. This is definitely coming up. Um, I'm definitely seeing it coming up because it's almost like a warning. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, this person's carrying a lot of burdens and they want to release that onto you. Why? Because you're the nurturer. You usually nurture this person and then they feel like they can celebrate with you. What is this person's intentions, Spirit? Yeah, look at this. Nine of Wands. They look at you like you're resilient. You don't have boundaries. So you're going to allow them to come in and lay your, I just heard, lay your head on my pillow. No. But that's what they assume. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse. This person is somebody who shows up at first in this kind, loving spirit, like I said, wanting to give you a cup of love with this Knight of Cups, but this is their actual energy. Somebody who's domineering, controlling, they lack discipline, very stubborn. Yeah. But they show up at first very charming. That's that love bombing energy. Two of Pentacles. This person's still juggling. They're definitely juggling their emotions. They're definitely still juggling their finances as well. I'm telling you, there's something in here about you helping this person financially. You may have done that in the past. Also, I'm called to say too, for someone here, it's your energy. It's something about when you're around this person, because your energy is so high vibrational, this person is able to like come up financially as well. Thank you, Spirit. It's almost like you give, when you're around people, you give them ideas, you make them feel good about themselves. So then they get this like recharge. Thank you, Spirit. Three of Wands. hmm They look at you as an opportunity. hmm And that's not what you want. That's not an equal relationship. Yeah, exactly. Seven of Swords. It's like this person has betrayed you in the past. They want to come back around with some kind of like half truths, I'm hearing. Very strategic. They want something. What does this person want? Queen of Wands on the fence. So this person was dealing with some Queen of Wands energy. Give me something about this Queen of Wands. What's with this Queen of Wands? Seven of Pentacles. This is someone that they saw a long-term view with. And they invested in this Queen of Wands. And now they're losing out. Because they put all, I just heard, they put all their eggs in one basket. Thank you, Spirit. And now they're only left with some kind of small amount. So this could be finances for some. For others, it just could be energy, right? Yeah, the Lovers. I'm getting that this person ended up investing in some Queen of Wands energy here, male or female, it does not matter. They thought that they were this person's partner, right? They could have had some kind of like heavy passion here. I feel like this person really thought that this person was like a true partnership for them. Like they were in alignment. They definitely were, but they were both definitely very toxic. Okay, Spirit. Ace of Pentacles. They really thought that whoever this person was, they thought this person was going to lead them to their new opportunity. Some kind of financial opportunity here. Now they're realizing it was you. Because they could have been with this person when they were with you. And they were confused. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, absolutely. You were protected from this person. You were absolutely protected from this person. Yes. I'm telling you, this person was definitely cheating on you with whoever this other energy was. This Queen of Wands. On the fence. They were taking from you. You were giving to this person. And even if it wasn't finances or it wasn't, anything materialistic, I'm definitely seeing energy. And whatever you were giving them, they were giving to this third party. Thank you, Spirit. Five of Swords. Now they're going through a lot of like arguments. I'm getting this person, this Queen of Wands energy, was definitely like just a sneaky. Whoever this past person is, they feel defeated. Four of Cups. They feel disconnected. This person is feeling very sad. I'm hearing lonely right now. Ten of Pentacles. They're hoping, I think they're getting wind of either someone already in your energy or that a fear of someone coming into your energy. It's going to be different for each person. But I'm definitely getting like this person's now sitting alone, right? Having to like think. And I feel like this person is getting worried because they may not be able to come back towards you. Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Cups. This person was so worried about having so many different opportunities, right? This person lives in an illusion. This person is never satisfied. Mm-mm. Nope. Give me something more. We have the Star and the Nine of Pentacles. You are good fortune. I'm telling you. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are in the Star energy. You're very spiritual. You have you're in your purpose too. When you were with this person before, you may not have been, but now you are. And it's like this person wants to come back towards you and rejuvenate from you. But they're hoping that they can find you in this energy of still not knowing your self-worth. It's like hoping that you'll fall back into cycles, triggers, and lessons, repeating a pattern with this person. Give me something more. The Hermit. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you've done a lot of soul searching. I feel like you're definitely a truth speaker too now. You're allowing your spirit team and God to guide you. Okay? This is good energy. Eight of Swords. I feel like this person wants you to still live in this illusion, right? Be blindsided. Keeping yourself in a self-imprisonment like, woe is me, like I'm a victim, and why did you leave me? And wanting answers. And this is where they're hoping to find you. Yeah. Seven of Wands. They wanted you to be defensive. I'm hearing. They wanted you to feel like you had to compete with someone. Like as if they were the prize. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah. So you'd be burnt out, exhausted, so you wouldn't be able to pay attention. Under a lot of stress. Do you ever notice when you're under a lot of stress, it's hard to make proper decisions in anything? This is how these type of people like you to be. Confused, busy, chaos. Too much going on that you can't focus. And if you ever notice too, when somebody comes towards you and they don't have good intentions, when they ask you for a favor or they want to borrow money or whatever, do you ever notice that they need it now? It's like, I need you to make a decision now. No, you can't come to me and ask me a question or ask me to make a decision and expect an answer right away. I need to think about it. Do you get what I'm saying, collective? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. It helps to support my channel and it also helps me to tap into your energy. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. This person is experiencing a lot of financial loss. And some kind of isolation. They're definitely worried right now, feeling very insecure that you're not going to accept them back. I'm hearing it's almost like they know you've been healing. Ace of Swords, I'm correct. Because you've gained a lot of mental clarity. You've had breakthroughs. And now your mind is like, I just heard your mind's fucking sharp. That's what I'm talking about. Knight of Wands. This is the type of person that wants to be impulsive. I definitely see them coming near you like out of nowhere. And I feel like spirit is wanting you to see this coming because this is the type of person they're going to approach you out of nowhere and like quick to try to throw you off. So I feel like this is almost like a warning. I definitely see that. for whoever this is for. Yeah. Six of Cups. It's like they want to come in and offer like peace, right? Oh, if this was someone that you dated, this is definitely somebody who would be like, oh, even though things didn't work out between the two of us, I always, I miss our friendship. It's that kind of energy. If this is a friend, this is somebody who would, obviously they weren't a good friend, right? But they would want to come in and tell you, hey, remember when we used to go do this? Or remember when all the good memories. Yeah. That's the type of shit that this person's coming in to do. Mm. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, this person is greedy, materialistic. I feel like whoever they are, they've experienced some kind of financial loss. Okay? This person's very stubborn. Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like they see you mastering something. Maybe if you do something online, maybe this person has been watching and has been able to see you like developing some kind of skill. Also like going towards whatever you're passionate about. If not, they may be hearing from other people how you've been focused and like working on something. And I don't want to hear, oh, this person, I lost contact with this person doesn't know anything. Trust and believe. If people want to know something about you, they're going to find out. One way or the other, even if you don't have social media. Page of Wands and the High Priestess. Excuse me. This person is very immature. Okay, they show up in a lot of page energy and knight energy. I don't see a lot of king energy, except for when they were in reverse. I definitely see, and the emperor was even in reverse. So that shows me that this person acts on a whim, right? This person also acts out of like sexuality. So I'm definitely hearing like, yeah, they think with their wand. It's like they're always looking for. I just heard Papa was a Rolling Stone. With this High Priestess, you know this already. You know this. Spirit just wants you to reassure and know to trust yourself, right? Trust that you're going to make the right decision. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. I am called to say this too. Be very careful because this person has a lot of conflict going on in their life right now. There's something going on with like a lot of tension. And I feel like this could be like multiple different people. This person has a lot of people upset with them right now. So if you would take this person back or even involve yourself with this person, I feel like you might end up experiencing some strife here. Give me something on that for the collective. King of Wands. Yeah. You see this. Very mature. Yes. Whatever this person is trying to hide, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to be able to tell now in the way they talk, when they come to you and they're talking too fast or trying to talk about everything sweet or that things have been going so great for them since, you guys last spoke or, whatever. You're going to know. You're going to know the devil. You're going to see all the destructive behavior. Yes. that this person is codependent, this person is toxic, they have too many attachments. Absolutely. This person, it's almost like having compassion for this person to this degree, right? Being able to forgive this person even when they're not even asking for forgiveness. I'm definitely getting this is the type of person that they don't think they do anything wrong. This is just who they are. Okay? And some people will not change. They just are who they are. And that's okay. You can be whoever you are over there. Like way over there. And you, collective, are allowed to tell them that. I'm so glad you are who you are. And I'm going to continue to be who I am. But I want you to go be whoever you are all the fucking way over there. Nowhere in life do you have to accept. You know, when you meet people and they'll say, oh, you know, I'm a work in progress and I'm trying to change and I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Because they're trying to win you over because they know you have a good heart. And we would look at them and think, oh, well, you know, they want to change. They just have gone through so much. And then you find yourself waiting for that change to come. And guess what? Then you're waiting 3 months. Then you're waiting 5 months. Then you're waiting 7 months. And then all of a sudden it's a year. And then it's 5 years. And then you're looking back and then you're like, well, I've invested for 5 years and I don't want to leave this person because, you know, then they're going to get with somebody else and they're going to treat them good. Yes, they will treat them good at first. And then they're going to do everything that they did to you to this new person or even an old person because a lot of the times they backtrack. They're toxic. I used to say this to my children all the time. The players change, the game never does. Okay? Meaning, I can read a situation like a book. If somebody's a cheater, they're going to cheat again. Not saying every time, but if they don't want to change for themselves, if they're going to still remain in that toxic behavior, and it's not even just cheating. This is so many different scenarios. I'm just called to give that example. I hate to sometimes come on here and I feel like I'm like auntie, right? But I guess sometimes I have to be. And I guess that's what Spirit wants me to do. Because I just don't sugarcoat anything. My thing is, I want you guys to heal. I want you guys to grow, right? I want you guys to be successful. I want you guys to be happy. And this type of relationship will not make you happy. This back and forth, in and out, not knowing if you can trust this person, not knowing if this person's going to leave you hanging. That's not the kind of lifestyle you want to live. I'll stop my rant. Temperance in reverse. Yes, this person wants to come back around and make you feel imbalanced and confused. And then having to go through all this self-healing all over again. Having to realign. Confusion. That's what they want to do. Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor here. And the reason why I say that is because I think my collective is going to look at this person and be like, deuces, goodbye. And we don't even have to be mean to people like this. They just show their true colors without you even having to dig. Your silence speaks louder than anything. Trust me. Especially, I can tell you, because I'm telling you I've experienced this. Five of Cups. This person is feeling a lot of regret, failure, and disappointment. Okay? Again, with the energy exchange. You don't want this type of person coming into your life and they're in this type of energy, and then you start feeling that way. And then you exchange your energy, and then they're happy go lucky and they're all over the place and they're finding finances and their careers booming, they're buying new vehicles, they're doing this off your energy. It's crazy. While then you're down in the dumps and in regret, feeling disappointed. You see this now. The Hierophant. You're open. Your third eye is open. Okay? But this is about forgiveness. Not just them, forgiving yourself. It's okay that you didn't know, but you do now. You do now. And what are you going to choose to do with that? It's like, show mercy, right? Show mercy. But then also show them your fucking wisdom. Thank you, Spirit. And by you moving on and not saying a word and taking care of you, investing in you, going and doing things that you once loved or learning new things that you love, right? Working on your health, working on your finances, going out and traveling, enjoying yourself. That speaks volumes. Two of Swords. This is going to be a difficult decision because whoever I'm speaking to, I know this for a fact. You loved this person. This was somebody that you definitely thought was your person. Page of Cups. Oh, and they're going to come in creative. Surprise you maybe with something. Oh, or pretend to be all sensitive now, in tune. I'm also getting to this person could try to say that, maybe if you're spiritual, they might use that against you, right? Be like, oh yeah, I've been really tapped in and, really trying to, learn about my own spirituality. And I'm telling you. Okay, Miss Empress. You're abundant. You're nurturing. If you're a parent, you're a great parent. You've had a lot of accomplishments, a lot of growth around you. Anything you touch grows. Anything. If you can think back to your life, right, throughout your life, when people were around you, for some reason, it was almost like they always took from you. And, right, you might have noticed like things, you kept losing things. Things like my spirit team sometimes sarcastic. They were like, sometimes your sanity, you lost your sanity. You could have lost homes, you could have lost cars, you could have, for some people here, you could have even went to jail because running behind this person. Okay, these are just examples, but I'm definitely seeing that you could have took a lot of losses, but you were helping people like do great things. Mm. Give me one more to close out. Spirit said no to. Every time I say that, whenever I'm doing reading, if I say, Spirit, give me one more to close out, I swear to you, it's either 2 or 3. Spirit's like, no, I wasn't done. So with the 8 of Cups here, I'm definitely seeing withdrawing, walking away. Yes, leaving behind this past of hopelessness, this past of like always living out of your emotions, right? I feel like now you're planning things. Progressing. Thank you, Spirit. I like this. We're gonna do the 3 questions again tonight. So give me a second here. Oh, and we'll do the 3 questions. So, or 3 cards, sorry. I want you to ask your spirit team a question that you're curious about, okay? You ask your spirit team a question, and you can pick card 1 for your answer, card 2, or card 3. Go ahead and take a minute and think of whatever question it is that you wanted to ask your spirit team, and pick card 1, card 2, or card 3 to get your answer. If you picked card 1, it says, stay focused on your desired outcome. It will arrive in due time. If you picked card 2, the outcome will bring an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. And if you picked card 3, listen to what is not spoken. Within the still air, you will find your answer. So sometimes it's about the action. I'm going to say this to close up before I close out. If someone walks away from you and they can't even be decent enough to explain to you or to admit their faults, okay, and they walk away and then they try to show up weeks, months, years later, that's definitely not your fucking person. That person does not care. They're in it for selfish reasons. Hopefully this resonated with somebody. If it did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you feel drawn to do so. I love when you guys tell me where you're from. I love when you guys interact with me. I enjoy that. So yes, definitely feel free to write comments and interact with me. I enjoy that very much. Also, it helps me to tap into your energy. Like I said, if you are interested in a personal reading, everything you need is inside my description box. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening. And I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. I'll be back on again tomorrow evening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.